The following is a presentation of TFNN. Live at TFNN, the Money Masters. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, we get the Dow Industrials up 101, Nasdaq's up 21, S&Ps are up 6.5. Gold contract down $7.60, trading at $1,179 an ounce. Silver flat at $15.98 an ounce. You get platinum at $1,107. Copper $2.68 a pound. Light sweet crude down 64 cents, trading at $61.18 a barrel. Bonds, the 10-year up 4.6, 124.24. 30-year up 24 at 148.22. And King Dollar up 549.6, trading out at 95.20. The Euro's down 92 at 112, and the yen is up 93 at 123.61. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Why know what's going on in your world? In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? You have an expansion yesterday with an increase in volume, not as much on the way down, but you had an increase in volume. We did 134 million shares. That 134 going into 151. The 151 high is what is getting tested right now, 211.89. We're at 211.94. We'll see how that handles it. We'll see what kind of juice comes in this market. That also sets up on the other side of the test, which was the first high. The first high generated out here in February 25th. 212.24. That's your benchmark out there. We go back to the S&P. We take a look at the cash, and that's going to be set up at the same number inside the cash. And this is what we have inside the cash. The cash number that we're talking about, and we're pretty far away from it still, is 2119. 2119.59. Right now, you're at 212. That NDX 100. Let's go to the NDX 100. Take a look at the NDX 100. That's at 110.021. That little baby, your benchmark on that is actually 48, 110.48. So that has further to go. 110.48. 110.48. That was June 4th. June 4th is the benchmark on that baby at 110.48. You hit 110 thus far. Now, the NDX 100, folks, didn't have the expansion in volume. You know, we'll see how that can handle a higher price out here today. Gold contract. What do we have with gold? What you have with gold is this. The gold's down 740 today, 74,000 contracts. That's a little heavy on the way down. Yesterday, we did do 125 on the way up. We'll see where this shakes out the rest of the day. If it hangs where it is right now and it stays above the 1174.30, we get action, meaning action topside. Because what we did yesterday is this. You did push higher. You had an expansion of volume. This little baby wants to trade up to this 1232 area. Bonds. We go take a look at the bond market. What you have with the bond market, folks, bonds, monster ABC structure on the way down. Bonds just have no bids. The 10-year right now is at 124.26. We take a look at the 30-year. 30-year is trading out at a price point of 148.28. Both of those want dramatically lower price. We're talking about a 140 in the 30-year. The yield on the 10-year right now is 2.448. That's going to put in about a 4.1 to 4.2 30-year mortgage. Inside the Dow Industrials, what's the strength inside the Dow? This is what you have. You have Cisco. The Dow's up 94. Cisco is adding 42 cents. Cisco's up 42 cents. Boeing is up 198. You have Home Depot up 120, and Big Mac is up 84. Bringing it down. Merck is down 2. GE's off 18. Coca-Cola's down up 17. And Caterpillar is down 10. So out of all the Dow stocks, there's only 3 right now that are in the negative. Inside the NDX 100, this is what you have happening. Citrix is leading the NDX 100. That's up $3.84. That's $69.81. NVIDIA is up 32 cents at $21.79. That's after getting smacked yesterday. Let's see. Bed Bath & Beyond is up $1.10 at $70, and you have American Airlines up 59 cents. Bringing it down, Autodesk is down 64 cents. Activision is down 21. Netflix is down 456. 456 is nothing for Netflix after the heck of a day it had yesterday. That had a wicked expansion with volume yesterday. Let's just take a look at some of the... It's not that they're higher volume stocks right now, but the highest volume at this particular point in the marketplace. We have GE down 19. You get Citigroup up 57. Micron Tech is up 8. Inside the XLF, did test its highs out there yesterday. It took a long time to get up to that price point. That price point's $25.14. It made $25.14. Today you're trading at $25.18, and we'll see how it handles that higher price. The XLE, folks, just can't get out of its way. It's pretty amazing, actually. Flat out here today. Bottom line, if we go over to ExxonMobil, we take a look at ExxonMobil. That also up 24 cents. Can't get any traction. Chevron, same deal. Pretty amazing, actually. Transports, where we are at the transports right now. Transports are up $69 right now. We're trading at 84. And the transports, so check this out. This is pretty intense. The transports, folks, on Tuesday broke to a lower low with higher volume. So it's going to be a little complex ABC structure on the way down, but it's a monster too. Let me put this on a weekly and see where we stand on a weekly right now. Yeah, no, it's a... Let's see. Now, it wouldn't be a weekly ABC down. Right there. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. It's a big weekly ABC down, too. Yeah, okay, so check this out. So you got 91.76 as your A point. 85 is your B, say $600 approximately, which gets you 8,300. We already hit 82.65. Okay, so what you've done is this. You finished one ABC structure on the way down on a weekly basis inside the transports. That means that you're going to build some cars. You'll build cars to basically make a run for this October 15th swing area. The October 15th swing area, the high of that area is 81.69, the low is 7,700. That's the way that baby is set up at this particular point. Some of the Dow stocks out here, let's go take a look at Big Blue. Big Blue is up 95 cents. You get Coca-Cola up 17. Big Mac is up 73. You get JP Morgan up 31. If we go over to JP Morgan, because what you have had is that JP Morgan has basically continued at higher price, has kept excuse me, folks, has kept the XLF up. Berkshire Hathaway, folks, is the largest weighting structure inside the BRK, inside the financials, and that's been the biggest drawdown in the financials, because Berkshire has just gone from 152 to 141. Right now, you're trading up 25 cents in Berkshire. We go take a look at the silver market. What do we have with silver out here? What we have with silver is this. She's trading out at $15.92. Let me pull this up for a second. Okay. Silver right now is trading at $15.90. She's rejected lower price out here this morning. She has lighter volume. So you want to see what this contract is. She's going into this, the 27th of April, 1585. Okay, so here's your numbers. 1585, she rejected. Has lighter volume. Now what you want to see this get back inside like the 1612 area. You know, so we'll see how this whole thing shakes out. King Dollar, we go over to King Dollar. What you have with King Dollar is this. King Dollar got roasted yesterday with volume. King Dollar setting up another ABC structure on the way down. Intraday, she did a small one yesterday. She broke the B point, broke out volume. King Dollar had 82,000 contracts yesterday. She's going to do about probably 35 today. She's up 525. King Dollar is building cars to get down to 93.17, and we'll see whether, in fact, that's an ABC structure on the way down. At that level, at that lower level, folks, it's going to be really easy to get the volume. At the lower level, the lower swing points here, we only have 53,000 contracts. So that's going to be very easy to blow away with volume. Yesterday, we blew away the swing point that was established on the 4th of May. The 4th of May, we had 62,000. Yesterday, it came in with 82,000. So that little baby just took it, toasted it, roasted it, did all the above. If we go over and we take a look at the euro, what we have inside the euro right now, where the euro is set up right now, that looks to me like she's building cause to basically get into the 114 area. And if she breaks that with volume, that's going to be a very large ABC structure on the way up. You know, so the way this market is set up still is that dollar looks like it wants a lower price. Euro looks like it wants higher price. The S&P had that nice push yesterday. It did have an expansion of volume. Bottom line is that we'll see whether it can hold the 211.89 out here right now. That's your benchmark. Cash S&P is a lot further to go. That's the bottom line, because the cash S&P, folks, the benchmark on this whole number, and the cash is really important, is the 2119. You're 5 points away from it right now. You know, yesterday, there's no doubt, yesterday was a big day. We went from 81 to 108. So that was a large move, 27-point move. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. Dow Industrials are up 97. Nasdaq's up 20. S&Ps are up 6.5. We're going to be right back.
We're told to follow our passion and everything else will fall into place. I hope that's what each of you are doing each and every day. Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Money Master Show at TFNN.com, and my passion for technical analysis is what led me to the most fundamental discovery in pattern recognition, the Rhodes Momentum Indicator, market scanner, and trading strategy, a set of tools that identify the momentum and power of the trend, the likes of which have never been seen before, for every market and every time frame. Yes, folks, the trend is your friend, unless you're on the other side. New to technical analysis? This is the place to start. And experienced traders take advantage of the trend like never before. Experience the power of the Rhodes Momentum Indicator each day, available to subscribers of my newsletter service, Mastering Probability. I guarantee your satisfaction for the next 30 days unconditionally, so there's no risk to you other than being on the wrong side of the trend. Mastering Probability, available on the homepage of TFNN.com. And folks, live with passion.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
You've always taken the long view when it comes to investing, but what if there's an opportunity right under your nose? What if you could be more responsive to market trends to seek to boost your portfolio performance right now while seeking to reduce your overall risk? At Direction Funds, we connect investors with alternative strategies that seek to maximize their returns. Smart investors deserve smart alternatives. Find yours at directionfunds.com. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risk charges, and expenses of Direction Funds carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction Funds. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact the Direction Funds at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. Investing in index funds may be more volatile than investing in broadly diversified funds. Distributed by Rafferty Capital Markets, LLC.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Dow is up by 93. You get the Nasdaq up 19. S&Ps are up 6.5. Let's go take a look at Intel from one of our tigers. So Intel trading out at $32. This little baby has come down substantially, come down from the high of 37. That was generated December of 2014. Pretty wild. It's been in this consolidation. The consolidation it's been in is for 1 full year, last July. That's where this consolidation started. You have a high volume swing low that it hasn't hit yet, and I expect it's going to go into that high volume swing low. That high volume swing low is $29.65. That's where this baby wants to go. Now, what is really wild, what you can get out of Intel is this. So check this out. Intel had this high volume swing low, and that is the benchmark, by the way. Okay, that's the October low of 2014. The high of that low is 32. The low is 29. What does Intel do? Intel takes off out of that low and goes all the way up to 37.90. Then what it does is this. It makes its way, so that was December of 2014. Then it makes its way all the way back to that high volume swing low, and it establishes another high volume swing low at the exact same price. What does that set up? You get another bounce. You bounce up to 34.75, and then we come off that high with vicious volume, 182 million shares on a weekly basis. Intel, folks, what Intel's trying to do right now, this is really a classic inside the art of time in the trade. And what it is this, is that when I talk about building cars, markets themselves, they're going to bust up or the bust down. That's how they just work. When you set this in place and you take a look at it, and over a longer period of time, it's always easier when you're looking at large channels. This one is quite clear, and the clarity comes down to the point of how are you hitting lower prices versus higher prices. And when you take a look at this, you're going to see that we hit a high on a weekly basis. We hit a high, and we hit that high with 115 million. We go down with 288 million. We hit another high out here with 71 million. We go down with 288 million. We go down with an additional 215 million. Big numbers, folks. We go back up, and we didn't even get to the top of the channel with 129 million. And then what did we do last week? We come down with 182 million. What that sets up, that's setting up that it is building cause to bust these lows. Now, you bust those lows in Intel, you are going to come down to the next level, and the next level on Intel will bring you down into about $27. So Intel's a heads up in the context that it is already at the October 2014 swing point. That's a huge number, folks, because the October 2014 swing point is where this market wants to trade. The transports are only $100 away from it. Google had already hit it. That came up. It's making its way back to that level. Intel is there. The railroads have already busted that level. The airlines are making their way down to that level. Let's go take a look at ExxonMobil and see where ExxonMobil is in correlation to it. Well, this might already be busted too. That'd be a might. Yeah, I think it is. October. Yeah, it is. 1 second. Yeah. Oh, it's way below it. Oh, yeah. So this is so the oils. The ExxonMobil was way below it already. You know, we just went from 104 to 85. That level was down there at 86.91. So we've not only busted it. Now, what you can get out of ExxonMobil is this: Exxon actually busted it, but busted it with volume. That low was established on a weekly at 342,000. We end up blowing that apart with 401,000. So bottom line is that is a heads up in particular that as we go down into that level, into that October 14th level on the S&P, we'll see whether it's going to hold or not. The way the S&P has been trading, they've been able to hold the S&P up, no doubt. I suspect that it's going to make another run downtown once again. These fast expansions topside are classics in markets that want to go much lower are, in fact, at the beginning of bear markets. That's how these things go. And the fast expansion yesterday, of course, we had the small bounce going, then Merkel come out and said, okay, we're going to give Greece a lifeline. Bottom line, we're going to hear that because they have to give a lifeline, folks. That's the bottom line. It's not going to matter in the markets. Markets are going south. You stay right there, folks. We'll come right back.
If you're like me, you see the world's emerging nations as a very real opportunity, as these countries and their economies are developing right before our eyes. And you can rest assured that Everbank has spotted this opportunity too. In fact, they've just released the second running of their 5-year Market Safe Futures Economy CD. This is a CD that could really deliver, but you only have until June 11th to take advantage. Consider the facts. If the future economy's currencies beat the US dollar over the CD term, you'll get all of the upside at maturity. And should they lose, no worries. There's zero downside risk here, as you get back 100% of your deposited principal. Don't miss out. The June 11th funding deadline is quickly approaching. So hurry over to everbank.com/TFNN-CD for more information, including important product details and disclosures. Once again, that's everbank.com/TFNN-CD. Everbank is an equal housing lender and member FDIC.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
Trade with confidence and clarity while using the software that thousands of institutional traders rely on to make the best and most accurate decisions. Choose from 1,000 equities, currencies, and futures instruments utilizing the TAS architecture. As seen on Bloomberg terminals worldwide, the TAS Profile Scanner is a benchmark technical filtering system that thousands of traders rely on, and now you can too. For a limited time for TFNN subscribers only, we've reduced the price to just $97. That's over 75% off. John Logan hosted a special subscriber-only webinar in December, and you'll gain access to that archive as well, so you can learn exactly what the TAS Profile Scanner can do for you. Try this product out. No matter what you trade, the TAS Profile Scanner can help you make more informed trading decisions. There's no obligation to pay anything. Don't let this offer pass you by. Get your 30-day free trial to the TAS Profile Scanner today by signing up at TFNN.com.
TFNN has just announced a brand new morning lineup that is geared specifically for traders in this volatile traders market. Every morning at 8 a.m., John Logan starts things off with his daily program, The Global Market Pulse. At 9 a.m., Larry Pesavento trades the market during the market open Monday through Friday on Trade What You See. At 10 a.m., Tom O'Brien hosts the Money Masters for the hour, and Basil Chapman hosts his Tiger Technicians Hour at 11 a.m. From 8 a.m. till noon every market day, these traders are with you as they provide up-to-the-second market information so that you can make the most educated and profitable trades possible. The new TFNN morning lineup is happening right now. Tune in to see for yourself what kind of actionable trading discussion they have each morning, Monday through Friday, starting at 8 a.m., live only on Tiger TV at TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials are up 60. You get the Nasdaq up 10. S&Ps are up 2.5. Let's go and take a look at those S&Ps for a second, because what we just did have, you had an operator basically come in this market and throw a few contracts at the S&P. We just went from 14 to 9. That was 48,000 contracts, and you get below, the push higher yesterday was 08, folks, 21.08. So we'll see whether they're going to hammer it down into that level. If we go over to the NQs, we take a look at the NQs. What we have inside NQ. Yeah, same response. So what you have inside here, same type of situation. And the NQs, you're at 4495, and it's 93. You get under 93, that'll give it up, and you'll see a fast give up too here, folks. When you get markets that trade like this, bottom line is that when you get up and over, can't handle it, the operator comes back into the equity, comes back into the futures market, and starts working the whole deal again. Bottom line, most of the time, it's faster than people expect, number one. And what you see here, let me just see if there's, and it's not like there's any news. That's the real bottom line. There's going to be news events coming across, but the bottom line is that there's not a lot of news out there. We take a look at the. Let's go take a look at the sheets right there. What is moving higher versus lower? You get Valiant Pharmaceutical. That baby is up 379. Canadian National Rail is up 25 cents. Downtown Netflix. Netflix was a rocket ship out here yesterday. Google is off 278. We have. Let's see. Regeneron is down 169. If we do pull up Regeneron and take a look at this baby, let's just see how far this can go, because that baby yesterday was, REGN, was going south with a vengeance. Is it going to at least test that low out here? The low that was established out here was 498.60. Right now you're at 510. Amgen, we take a look at Amgen. Amgen, what Amgen did is went to a lower low yesterday, had volume behind the move. Right now it's up $1.88, light volume. Amgen will more than likely test the 158.47 number. We're at 157.41 right now, so about another point. It wants to test that baby. But you're going to see Amgen is building cause also to get into lower price. Biogen, let's go take a look at Biogen. What we have with Biogen, Yeah, she's a dead cat bounce also. Biogen's off the high of this 480 or at 393 right now. We take a look at the IBB and see how the IBB is set up. The IBB right now, higher price. You get the IBB, and that must be Gilead. Gilead is the highest weighting structure inside. It is Gilead. Okay, so inside the IBB, Gilead is the highest weighting structure right now. That little baby is trading at 119.16, and the volume is anemic on this too, by the way. So you'd have to just wait for a give up on price. But what you do have, it's like a rocket ship. It's over the high of 116.83 on a monthly basis. Let's put it on a weekly instead, because I'll be able to get a better gauge at it. So on a weekly basis, we had hit that with 84 million. And right now you're at 35. So it's going to be anemic big time. And you're going to see this market, folks, is going to give it back, and it's going to give it back in spades, fast, furious, all of the above. It's pretty amazing. Whoever that operator is, they're selling into this in a big way. Let's go back over to that S&P for a second. So, yep, it's relentless. Okay, so what you have here is this, is that the... Let's see, 10-minute basis, we're at 1039, and what you have is that we've already done 78,000 contracts. You're under the 08, and as soon as you're under the 08, that's saying, hey, you know what, folks, it's going to make game. You know, the game is going to be made, and that game is going to be made, first off, to get down to where that spike came in yesterday, which is 098. But most of the time what happens when you have something like this, when you have those fast spikes up, people pile in, right? They say, oh, no, I missed it, I missed it, pile in. When this phenomena happens, it'll build a little more cause. It got to under the 08, you'll build some cause, and then that same seller of equities, of futures, of all of the above will come right back in the market. And when they come back in the market, they're going to throw it right at the market again. NQs, same deal. If we go take a look at the, let's go look at the IWM, because the IWM, so the IWM is going to give it up too. Amazing. So the IWM, the high on the IWM is 127.13. It's going to be amazing that bottom line, it can't handle it. You know, we got to 126.48. You got to a higher high today. You're going to have lighter volume. The three Qs, if we take a look at the three Qs are, you know, not going to make a high either, right? And if it lays out at this point just like this, now you're going to have three lower highs inside the Qs. And so we'll see how we come right back down into this level. And what we do have is this. This happening on a Thursday before the weekend, meaning it's not a Friday. That's going to be intriguing. Why? Because let me put this on a weekly for a second. Let me just see how this would set up on a weekly. On a weekly basis, we'll be able to tell. Now, on a weekly, all would mean, so this would be interesting. On a weekly basis, if we give back the gains here, which I suspect by tomorrow you probably will, we'll have a doji. And so what that's still meaning the halfway move down. And that would make sense on the SPY. Why? Because the halfway, it wants to trade to 204. You know, the high that was out there first was 213. You close out today somewhere around 210, somewhere in that level. That would make a doji out of the weekly basis. If we take a look at the three Qs and we look at that, just a ballpark on a weekly basis and see where that would set up, that's also going to set up as a doji at a high. That's how that would set up. The Qs don't have to get down much. Now, this is what's interesting about the Qs. No matter which way the Qs go, the setup is bad. So check this out. The Qs could go to a high right now. On a weekly basis, you get a hanging man. The Qs back off a little, you get a doji. The Qs back off a lot, then what you have is that then you have an aspect of an inverted hammer. All three, folks, bottom line, are bearish. That's how this whole thing shakes out. You know, but it's just pretty amazing, actually. 877-927-6648. You got the, look at that, the Russell's actually in the negative. The S&Ps are positive by 2. You got the comp positive by 7. Dow is positive by 54. Inside the Dow, they must be selling something inside the Dow because that was a fast move inside the Dow to go from 100 up to 50 up. Merck is the laggard. You have GE, Coca-Cola, and Microsoft. Oh, Microsoft's going to be the one because you got to remember something. The Dow is a price-weighted structure. So Microsoft's only down 14. There's something else that's inside the Dow that's giving the Dow a couple conniptions right now. It's not showing up quickly. But you know what does happen? Yesterday what we had is this. The Dow had that move topside. When that move was topside was getting established, every single Dow stock was in the positive. But none of them were in the positive by a huge amount. It just happened to be every single one of them. Today what you have is you have a lot of them in the positive, but evidently something is dragging on this Dow, bringing this down because we just went from 100 up to 50. So we'll see where that shakes out. If we do go over to the XAU, the HUI, what we have inside the XAU and the HUI is this. XAU is down 87 cents right now, trading out at 67.60. And we want to see that hold that 66.99 area. The HUI, we take a look at the Gold Bugs Index. What we have with the Gold Bugs Index, that's trading down 182. We're at 158.58. I really want to see that hold the 157.69 area. Now, in both cases, well, actually, let me bring up the HUI again. Put the... So yesterday, yeah, I like what it did yesterday. Okay, so check this out. Yesterday, what we were doing yesterday, you actually had an expansion of volume. We did 18 million versus 15 at the lows. You were pushing into those gaps with volume, and that's what you want to see. And the XAU, let's see what we have with the XAU. I believe the XAU is going to be set up the same way. It's 27 million. Nice. No, the XAU did the same thing. So what you do have with the XAU and the HUI, they were both pushing into there's gaps all over the place in the XAU, but they were pushing into those gaps, and as they were pushing into those gaps, they did have volume as they were going into them. We take a look at, let's go over to Walmart, Procter & Gamble, all of the above. Look at this. Walmart's setting up another structure on the way down, folks. Amazing. It bounced yesterday. It bounced all of 30 cents yesterday. It got to a high out here today of about another 50 cents up. It's already given that up. This is another ABC structure on the way down. Man, Walmart is in trouble. Let's go over to Procter & Gamble. Some of these big caps, Procter & Gamble, not bad. Procter & Gamble, we'll see whether this bottom is going to bottom out at this 77. Procter & Gamble has just gone from 93 to 77. And that very well could be a nice bounce on Procter & Gamble, and this is why. When we go to Procter & Gamble, different ball game. Now check this out. So it's already really, it got not destroyed. Well, let's see. Yeah, it's down 20, no, 93, 83. No, it's down $13. It's back trading where it was trading in February of 2013, though. So what you do have here is this. This is testing the swing points from 013 as well as January 014. And it's testing with lighter volume. So that's $75. So we'll see how it hits 75 again. But Procter can bounce up to 84 pretty easy. And right now you're at 79.45. So Procter may be starting to make its way back topside. Maybe we're buying some razor blades, buying some diapers, buying the rest of that stuff. Walmart, though, different ball game. Let's go take a look at Target. Target in a huge consolidation. They basically were raising the dividend and still hasn't done anything to the stock. The way this is set up right now, Target is trading at $80.29. That wants to get down to $73.09. There's still large numbers underneath this market, folks, that these equities want to go to. Let's go take a look at GE. GE is just selling itself. GE is, it's pretty wild watching GE unload assets hand over fist. And GE, folks, has a huge problem. GE's problem is that you're at $27 and it's a high volume low at $11 and $5. That's GE's problem, and that is a monster problem, okay? Because GE cannot get out of its way. High in GE was generated in 2000 at $60, makes one leg down to 21, does the counter trend back in 07 to 42, makes the next leg to $5. GE couldn't even get back to its 07 levels, never mind up to its 2000 levels. So what you have here is that GE, more than likely, first leg will take it somewhere into $18. And that's a big number, too. So it's like as they keep pushing their assets out, I guess it's where they're going to generate new money. That's what it really comes down to. We go take a look at the SLW. The SLW, that's the largest silver broker in the world. That's down silver wheat, and that's down 26 cents right now. Now, there's divergence inside the gold and silver. The silver is weaker than the gold. I like what's happening right now at SLW. It's really not giving it up. Yesterday, what you did is that we went higher with 2.4 million. We're back today with 330,000. So that will do about 1.2. We want price to hold, but that's not a bad setup in the context of where a lot of these silvers are. If we go to PAAS, when we take a look there, is that that little baby is trading at 908. That didn't push higher yesterday with volume. And if we go to Great Panther this morning pushed down to 44 cents. Now, what's intriguing about this is that I know they got a 10 million credit line last night. And it's interesting is that I wonder what is against that credit line. So, okay, so Great Panther announces that it obtained 10-minute credit line. Great Panther strong balance sheet. The facility is a term 1 year in interest borrowings. It's 3-month LIBOR plus 5%. It's Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. Come right back. Dow's up 55. Nasdaq's up 11. S&P's up 2.5. We're going to be right back.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped, and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
Catch Basil Chapman as he uses his Chapman Wave methodology to call the markets. The Tiger Technicians Hour, next on TFNN.
Folks, Dow's up 42, Nasdaq's up 7, S&P's are up $1.50, and you can expect this market's just going to keep selling, folks. The amazing part is that, so what the news is that the IMF said that its team negotiating with Greece has left Brussels after failing to make progress on a debt deal that would help the country avoid default. The ball is very much, this is a quote by them, the ball is very much in Greece's court. International Monetary Fund spokesman Gary Rice told reporters at a media briefing in Washington this morning, there are major differences between us in most key areas. There's been no progress in narrowing these differences recently. The IMF's decision to withdraw its team comes amid increasingly sharp criticism from creditors as the Greek government continues to refuse to bow to their demands, risking a default and ultimately an exit from the European currency. IMF manager Christine Lagarde will attend a meeting of the finance ministers in Luxembourg on June 18th. As the manager director has said many times, the IMF never leaves the table. Bottom line, folks, is that we are going to get these announcements day and night. What you're going to see is that when all's said and done, Germany's going to have to make a deal with them. We'll see if they default what the deal is. What you can expect, though, each and every time is that you get burst forwards and then they'll sell the things off. This is the ultimate of basically try to hold something up that has nothing behind it. And the Greek government, I think, is going to call the bluff. They already haven't paid the IMF. So the IMF is turning around and saying, hey, you haven't even paid us. Bottom line is that we're leaving. They're going to leave it up to Greece to do it. Germany to do it. And it has to do, this whole deal is not going to have to do, there's arguments that are out there. The bull argument is that, hey, it's a small country and all that. That's a bunch. It is a small country, but guess what? The amount of money that the German banks lent to that small country is unbelievable. The amount of repos that have been done with the debt is unbelievable. The amount of paper that's on banks' sheets right now is wild, okay? That is going to affect banks. That's going to affect credit lines at banks. That's going to affect all of the above. That's going to basically sell into the marketplace. That's how this thing is shaken out. So, we'll see how it shakes out today. Now, what we do have out here today, let me just pull this up for a second because this is going to be wild. Yeah, it doesn't have to give it all back. This will be a nice ABC structure on the way down. So watch how this goes. We went up yesterday on the SPY with 134, but we had come down with 151. So it's still an ABC structure on the way down. Your 8-point on this is 213, and your B is 207. So you get $6. We'll give you 206 would be the number on the way down. We go take a look at this, the future again, and we'll see inside the future market that first sell down is a large sell down. Now, here it is right here. So watch this, folks. Your first sell down is on 87,000 contracts. Last 10 minutes, all we did, the full 10-minute buy, we did 35,000. Forget it. This thing is going to build cause. It's going to build cause to get into the beginning of that spike, which is 2098, which is 10 more points down. And if you get down to 10 more points down, then you're going to see some heavy selling inside the marketplace. Because these one-day wonders on the way up just don't fly. And what does happen is that on a one-day wonder on the way up, there are people that get trapped very quickly, just like, basically when that spike yesterday, there was plenty of folks that were on the wrong side of it, including me, that gets hit there. Well, on the other side of it, it's just as much. And it's actually more, because what does tend to happen in any type of correction, as that baby gets corrected, you see any expansion topside, people feel like they're going to jump right back in the marketplace. You stay right there, folks. Our man, Mr. Basil Chapman's going to be coming up next, growling and prowling with you. Dow is up 42, Nasdaq's up 6, S&Ps are up 1. Basil's going to be coming right up with you, folks. Have a great day. Have a safe day. Back with you this afternoon. Go get them, folks.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
This is TFNN.